Let's talk about stock, maybe. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about how stock can be in QBO. Let's talk about stock. Hello, my name is Aaron Patrick. I'm a chartered accountant, a certified UK trainer, that QuickBooks chap on the internet, and also head of account here at Boffix. Now today we're going to be talking about a little thing called stock management and how stock can be managed within your QuickBooks license. Now, first of all, how to enable stock? Well, you need to be on the highest version of QuickBooks Online. If you are not on the highest version of QuickBooks Online and you are not getting any discounts from QuickBooks themselves, head over to our e-store. The links are provided down below and we can get you a discounted version of QuickBooks Online, saving you some money. And you never know, you may be able to enable stock without having to pay a penny more than you already are. That's the dream, isn't it? So let's talk about what stock is, how it works, and how we get the most out of it in QuickBooks Online. Let's go. Well, first of all, what is stock? Well, stock tracking functionality is only available in the Plus version of QuickBooks. It allows you to track what's on hand, alerts you if you go low, and even tells you if you need to have a restock. It's great for giving you some insights into what to buy and maybe sell. And in QuickBooks Online, stock is even valued for you at what's called a FIFO basis. So first in, first out. Which means not only do you get this wonderful tool for managing stock, but it means you can be a little bit more compliant as well and probably save yourself some time when it comes to those year-end procedures. In a nutshell, stock's really, really useful in QuickBooks Online. How do you make sure it's working? Well, go to the company cog, go to your company, go to accountant settings, and if you're on that Plus version of QuickBooks, remember discount below if you need a discounted version of QuickBooks Online, but we need to make sure that we go to our products and services, and we want to be making sure that our track quantities on hand, price rate, and all that lot is all turned on. If it is, then we are good to go. Okay, so the first thing about stock is that you need to buy something in to be able to track it in the first place, don't you? So how do you do that? Well, what we're going to do is, and it doesn't matter if you use a bill or an expense, remember, the difference between a bill and expense, well, a bill is something you're going to pay for later, an expense you've already paid for. But we're going to use the bill option just here. And with the bill option, what you can do is choose a supplier, it doesn't matter who it's going to be, and then you can put some dates in for you. And then what you can do though, is you then get to choose between a category details, and if you've turned stock management on, item details as well. Now, category details, what we're used to. In here, we get to choose what we're going to actually post the expense against. So cost of sales, maybe in this case, or accounting fees, equipment, whatever it's going to be. But when you use item details, you open up all of those items and products and services that you're used to when you're doing a sales invoice. And basically, if you've enabled stock management and you've got the stock that you can buy in as well, they will appear on this list, including improving that chance to bring that item in. So, as a great example, let's create a brand new one for now. Let's call it my new stock item. Okay, now it doesn't appear in the list, but it does give me the chance to add a new one. So let's press add new. And then I get to choose if it's stock, non-stock or service. And obviously for this video, we're interested in stock items, products you buy and sell and you want to track quantities of. From there, I press the stock button. I get to put a name in, and we're going to explore this top area in a little bit. But then we get to say what our initial stock of hand in. So let's say we already have 5 of them at this point, and the date that we want to put there is today's date, 9th of the 4th, 22. Ooh. You also get to say, well, when do you need to be informed if it's low stock? So let's say in this case, you need to be told when it's below 3. Then we have stock asset control, so you can choose whereabouts on the balance sheet this is going to be recorded, what description you want on your sales item, so selling my brand new stock item, what value that is, so let's say we sell them at £2,000, what income account, just as you normally do, and what VAT account you want to associate it with. Then the important thing is this purchase information, so buying my new stock item ready to sell. I can then say my cost, well, let's say it's £1,000, what the expense account's going to be, and what purchase VAT I got on there. I can even do a preferred supplier, so that then later down the line, if I want to do, say, a purchase order, or if I want to restock the item, I've got that to do nice and quickly. Then I press save and close. And it's up to me then to say how many I've got. Notice though, as soon as I go in my quantity, I get this fancy new button here telling me that I've got 5 items already and 3 still to go. From this point though, I'm going to buy 10 more, and I'm just going to save and close that. So in theory then, I've now increased my stock by 10 items. How do I know that? Well, I'm going to go sales, products and services, and that way I can look at my new stock item. So type the word stock in and here it appears. You can see here that at the moment I have 15 on hand, and I will be alerted if I'm down by 3. So if I sell more than 12 of those items, I'm going to get an alert. Now, using my edit button here, we can understand now why we have all these features at the top here. We have the opportunity to put a photo in there. So maybe I want a photo so I can quickly, easily show what this item looks like. I've got the chance to go in and put an item service number or a SKU number. So I might even want to say whereabouts in the warehouse it is. So it could be on W10. I can say my category. Well, let's say this is a brand new category and I want it for new items. I can then even associate a class. If I need to, I can adjust my quantity and starting value just here. So maybe I was a bit over ambitious with what I had, and I could change my starting value if I wanted to, or make any of the other adjustments I want to. But the reason this top bit's so important is because it gives me ownership of that products and service list. Because now, if I go and get rid of my filter, it's actually really easy to find that item now. It's going to be in my stock item just here, my new stock items. But I've also got my educational whiteboards just here as well. So using the categories option is a quick and easy way to make this list work better for you. You also have the option on the left hand side to do batch actions, and you can batch actions to either make inactive, adjust quantity or reorder. And I can even assign categories as well. So if I know these two, or there's a whiteboard there, let's assign that against the educational whiteboard ones and put it there. And I can keep going through and putting those items on if I need to. So how do I reduce the quantity that I have? Well, actually that's quite straightforward, isn't it? If I was going to go new and I went to an invoice, well, we've done this plenty of time. We pick a client. Let's put this future in the date just to make it better for when we run our reports later down the line. Let's choose what product it was. So it's my new stock item. And let's say we're going to sell 14 of them. We only have 15 in stock, and we've got 14 of them, and we can save and close. What that means is I'm now getting told I've got 1 low stock item. So click on there. Only 1 item to go. And also it means that I have only got 1 item if I go down and show here. And I get nice orange to say that I'm very close to selling out. But that's not the end of what you can do here. I've got some really fancy reports. So if I jump into my report section, I can go into my standard reports and I can type the word stock in up here. And they're all under my sales section if I wanted to find them. So sales and customers, I've got a whole stock item here. But I can do a stock take worksheet. So imagine that I'm going through and I'm counting how many stock I've got. You know, I should have 1,200 of Coca-Cola. I have 5 of these, 3 of these, 7 of them, 2 of them, 5 of them. Absolutely fine. But if I need to update this anyway, I've got loads of ways I can do it, but I've even from the new button, I can just do stock quantity adjustment just here. And then I can go through maybe what the items are. So at the moment, the date that I want to do it on, let's say is the 23rd. Let's say that I'm going to say that the Coca-Colas needs to be adjusted. So does my new stock item. And let's just adjust one more as well. Let's go for the ABM Interactive. I can say what my new quantity of. So let's say actually I went through my Coca-Cola, I only have 500 left. So something's horribly gone wrong here. Let's also say that my new stock item I found was faulty. So actually I don't have any of them left now. And let's say that actually we found 2 more in the warehouse for these ABM Interactive boards. So I'm going to change it by 2 and that'll give me a new quantity of 7. So save and close that one. How does that look now? Well, my stock take's automatically adjusted for me. Now I only have 500 Coca-Cola bottles. I'm completely out of my brand new stock item there, so that's a bit of a worry. But when I go back to my sales, go back to product and services, suddenly I'm out of stock and low of stock. So low of stock is that item. More importantly, out of stock is that item. From here though, I can use this little drop down arrow. I can adjust my starting value, I can adjust quantity, I can duplicate it if this is a stock item I want to make a few key changes to. Maybe I've got a white one and a black one, I've got a variance of the two and I want to put them in. Run report or make inactive. And also reorder. So if I press reorder, it's going to generate me a purchase order. And from here I can say, look, I need 10 of these quickly. I'm out of money. I'm out of stock of this at this point in time. I don't know when I'm going to get my new stock item in. Let's order 10 of them. Let's save and even send if I need to. So I can put in an email address and I can get that email over to them. Say, here's my purchase order. Please provide the opportunity for me to go and grab this, send and close, and that gets sent over. Notice how my quantity hand hasn't updated yet. Not a problem. Jump into my expenses, go to suppliers, look at my purchase order. Let's have a look and say, actually, they're ready to ship that over to me so I can copy to bill. I've received them in there. Actually, they were only able to send 8 of them though. No problem. You change your purchase order from here, your bill, save and close, back into products and services. And now I should have 8 quantity of hand ready and waiting for me to sell. Let's have a look at some of those other reports we have available for us. So go back to that sales section. I can look at stock valuation, summary or detail. Detail is quite useful because then I can see if I extend this date range to the end of the month, press run report, I can see where my movement's coming from. So I've only got £125 worth of Coca-Cola one because we've had that adjustment. And my new stock item's been going crazy. I'm buying stuff in, I'm getting stuff out, I'm moving it around, and you can see exactly what's happened just by looking at this item here. And you can keep an eye on everything that needs to be put into play. Beginning balance as well. We can also prove this is a FIFO as well. So if I go in, let's make a copy. Let's go in and say, actually, I'm going to buy 2 more, but they're now at an extended price, save and close. Well, the valuations increased 10,400, but remember it's on a FIFO basis. So first in, first out. So these first ones that we've got over here, until those 8 have been sold, they're all going to be going through from a valuation and from a calculation point of view, the 1,000. Once we move on to the 2, then we'll go to the 1,200 going forward. So it keeps it really straightforward. So if I did have another invoice, and let's say this time more, copy, let's just push it on a few more dates. Let's say we had a quantity of, and we sold 9. So you'll see there, we've got 2 more on purchase order. So we get that being told us as well. Save and close. You can see now that my value is 1,200 because it's used at FIFO basis to bring it right down to there. So it's helping me keep an eye on that value, and you can see how that's working. Another great report that can be useful though is sales by product summary. Extend that all the way to the end of the month. You can see my stock items here. We've had 23 sold in this period. We've had £46,000 worth of sales. That accounts to 65% of our sales. We've had £23,000 200 of cost of sales. Gross margin's been 22, which is just shy on that 50% mark, gross profit, which is just shy of that 50% gross margin. Really love this one. Remember to use that customize option, filter. You can even do by product and service. You can just do just a category of new items, run report, and those new items are the one that's getting shown. Final bit on product on stock though is just with products and services, you've got all of these items that you're trying to update. You can go through and edit them individually. So maybe you want to change the price, for example. For example, if I bring up bedding, got all these bedding items just here. Well, what I want to do if I want to update those prices, the easiest thing to do is you can export your actual product and service list out nice and easily just by using this export button here. You can see it's ready to rock and roll up there. And then you have the option as well to import a brand new one. So if I update the prices, As you can see, it's 675. If I went in, import, browse, find the file, open, next, next. You'll see here we've got these new prices coming through on there. I have the option here to overwrite all values for each product with an identical name. Use that option. Press import. And if by magic, I've now updated my prices. So giving you the option of exporting that file, making the adjustments in Excel and importing that back in gives you a real great option to be able to make the most out of it. And there we have it. Stock management in QuickBooks Online is really, really, really powerful. As you can see here, easy to set up, easy to maintain, easy way of being able to adjust for them if you need to. There are better stock solutions out there that we will definitely cover on this video, but for more simplistic stock needs, I think this is absolutely perfect. This will give you everything you need to maintain that stock, keep on top of the stock for you, and give you a bit of extra use as well. And there we have it. Let me know in the comments below anything about the stock you want to see in a little bit more detail, any other features in QuickBooks that comes to mind that you'd like a feature video on. Let me know, and I'm more than happy to get those videos in the pipeline. Again, thank you very much for each and every one of you who subscribed, looked at and passed around this video. These videos are doing really, really well at the moment. I can only thank each and every one of you for that one. We're at 5,000 subscribers now, which is absolutely mind-blowing to think of, but it's all thanks to you. So each and every one of you, thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Basically, if you need any more advice, tips and tricks, don't forget to use the contact details below. You either contact directly with me or with Boffix. Don't forget, if you do need a version of QuickBooks, then look at our e-store. We've got plenty of opportunities there to get you the stock that you need. My name has been Aaron Patrick. This has been an absolute pleasure to do this video for you. I'm sure I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. I told him I can be a fighter if you want. I'll be there to catch you if you fall. I can make it brighter when it's dark, when it's dark. I told him I would do it all for you, and I know you do it for me too. I can be a fighter if you want, if you want. I can be a fighter. I can be a fighter if you want. I can be a fighter if you want. All the way that I feel, yeah, I know that it's real, 'cause I can get him out of my head. I don't care what we do, everything's feeling new. Even if we stay in bed, my heart is saying yeah, 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 yeah. You know I want him, nah, 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 nah. My heart is saying yeah, 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 yeah. Hello and thank you for watching that video. What you may not know is this channel that you've watched this video from is part of a wider group. That wider group is called Apple Core Production, and the 3 channels that we have involved are as follows: Aaron Patrick the QuickBooks Chat, Boffix Tax Tip. Finally, we have Apple Core Live in Geeky. All the links and everything are down below in the description, but it really means a lot to us if you can go and give a like to the other channels as well.